come on, y'all see the color. Y'all know what time it is. Loki, episode 1. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by wearecritics.com, place where we talk about movies, television, and pop culture. And if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe key and that notification bell so you can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. Listen, we got the very first episode of Disney Plus, Marvel Studios, Loki. Shout out to all the other creators out there who got a couple of the episodes early, but I got it in real time with you guys. I got to watch this thing. There are people out there talking about 2 episodes, but I'm going to talk about 1 episode this week, and then so on, follow it up every week along with you guys as we watch it live. What did I think? So far, I think this series is wait, before I get into that, let's talk about a couple of other things. Like Loki, you guys know Tom Hiddleston, he's back as Loki. Then we have Owen Wilson in this, who's playing Mobius, who is one of the Time Variant Authority agents in the comic books, a comic book character. And this thing plays like, I want to say maybe a little CSI, sci-fi kind of thing. It's like a whodunit crime drama with a twist that's kind of mystical. And what did I think? I think Marvel is at a good start right now when it comes to this Loki series. This Loki series, it surprised me in a way where, like, I already had high expectations for this series. I felt like this was going to be the fan favorite out of all the shows that have been dropping. Like, WandaVision was good. It was good enough. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Falcon and Winter Soldier was great. I love the grounded Cap story. Cap's, like, his story is one of my favorite stories. But this Loki series, I felt like was going to bring it as far as MCU backstory, MCU news stories, and this first episode literally sets us up for all possibilities. I don't think I'm ready for the second episode, as well as all of you are ready for the second episode. I think the second episode is probably going to blow our minds because of how well the first episode laid the bricks down. Like, if this is what we're in for, I'm here for it all. Like, and let me get a little bit of spoilers. I'll give you guys a warning because I do want to talk about certain things. So if you don't want things to be spoiled, please step away, go watch the episode, come back, reconvene, and we can talk about it some more down in the comments. But I do want to talk about some things that were touched on that I thought were really brilliant as far as the Loki character, because Marvel has this phenomenal way of grounding these characters in a way. They just humanize them, because I didn't see this coming. Like, they did it with Wanda, you know, when they gave us grief and her grieving process with her loved ones and the ones that she's lost. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier, we got social justice, woke messages. We've got Bucky on the edge of trying to figure out who he is in this world as, you know, a recovering assassin. And now we have Loki, who's pretty much basically trying to find his purpose. He's always saying that, you know, his saying is, "I'm burdened with glorious purpose." That's like one of his favorite sayings. And in this, he's like face to face with reality about his actions and being held accountable by Mobius, played by Owen Wilson. The dynamic between these two, I'm telling you right now, like, I don't want to watch anything but these guys on screen, because you get a lot of it, and then there's moments in this episode where they're not together, and all you're waiting for is for them to get back together, because their dynamic, and Mobius just grilling Loki and slapping Loki in the face with his reality is just spot on, just brilliant. Like, it's the best moments of this episode to me. And some of you may agree, some of you may not agree, but I honestly feel like their dynamic is going to be the best thing about this whole series. I want to see more Mobius and Loki going at it or just being on screen together, because the chemistry is phenomenal. Unlike anything you probably would have expected. I know people who are 50-50 about Owen Wilson being in this period because they didn't want him to be the same old that he is, but he's totally different. His pacing and delivery and personality in this is completely different from anything that we've seen him in. Yeah, man, the nods, and I honestly feel like this is a bit of a sad story, because when they touch on that dynamic with Loki, of him, you know, going through the motions of, you know, taking accountability for his actions, and him just, you see a bit of sadness in him, and it's a lot of sadness actually, and it's kind of touching, it's kind of moving. It's like they use this first episode to really ground Loki so that we could take this journey with him, and I appreciate that, because I didn't want to wait for that. I didn't want to get that like 2-3 episodes down. It's right in the beginning. You get everything that you want to know, like whatever you felt about this character movies ago. Yeah, he's a villain, but this here, just, I can't even explain it, guys. Like, I just think that Marvel did a brilliant job at reintroducing this character to us. Someone that we've seen a bunch of times, someone that you think you know, that you figured out, and then they give you a fresh take on this character, and then pretty much open this world. And the way that they open this world, I'm ready for it. The only thing that I wasn't too excited about was, I said that this was a bit of a CSI kind of whodunit kind of thing, so there are some time things going on within this, some time crimes, I'll call them time crimes, and I won't tell you what it is or what's going on, but I wasn't too keen on what they figured out. I'll say that. I wasn't too keen on that. I was hoping that we would get something different, a different twist, but I wasn't too happy about when Mobius revealed what was going on. But other than that, man, I'm all for this. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this episode. There's a DB Cooper nod in this. If you guys know who DB Cooper is, look it up. It's very funny. There's a nod in this episode that kind of gives you a gist of who he was and what's going on. There's a lot of mentioning of the Avengers, a lot of mentioning of Thor and Loki's past behavior in his world. A lot of callbacks. So this is completely directly connected to the overall MCU and beyond. And I'm gonna say that now. And I am excited for the second episode. You guys, let me know what you thought about Loki episode 1. This is real brief. I wasn't gonna do a real long breakdown of this. There's gonna be a lot of channels out there doing that. I really just want to give you guys my first reaction and my quick review about these episodes, because I'm watching these as a fan first, and I'm into them. I'm sure just like a lot of you are into them, and I just want to talk. Let's talk about it in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think, what you're speculating. There was a nod to a funny Mephisto nod, I'm going to call it. So beware. There are going to be a ton of Mephisto comments and nods out there, I'm sure, because there was a little funny nod in there that I laughed immediately when I saw it. I was like, huh. Good one, Marvel, because they know. But yeah, let me know what you thought about Loki episode 1, and if you're excited for the second episode, if you were with this, if you weren't with this, what you expect, what you're speculating, who you think's going to show up, if there's any secret characters or whatever in your mind that you think are going to show up. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, make sure you guys check out wearecritics.com, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.